Hello and what is happening, guys? Welcome to Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 4. Hopefully we get to hear the actual Resident Evil intro here. So, a bit of a weird one this. I played, y'all know by now, if you've been watching any of my videos, that I've played games for a long time. I am 40 years old. I have been gaming on stuff since they were small home computers like the Commodore VIC-20 and the C64. So long story short, when Resident Evil came out for the PlayStation in 1996, I think, 95, 96, so far away now from where I am now, the memory. Anyway, I completed the original Resident Evil in the director's cut, and then years later, I say years later, that sounds like a long amount of time, like 3, maybe 4 years later, got a platinum copy of the original Resident Evil. So for those of you who don't know, Resident Evil, the first game in the series, had a very steep difficulty curve. And so to alleviate that, there was a director's cut version released that had a slightly easier difficulty that you could access. I think literally all it did was it decreased the amount of damage you took and gave you more ammunition. That was literally it. So it wasn't like an easy mode, so to speak. It didn't massively increase the damage you did or anything like that. It just stopped enemy attacks from doing as much damage to you and gave you more ammunition so you could fight your way through more of it instead of having to run through it. So I'd completed both of them. I'd got Resident Evil 2 but never finished it. I'd played Resident Evil 3 with a friend, but I wasn't there to complete it. And it wasn't until 4 came out. So I played 4 on the GameCube, never finished it. I think I got about a third of the way through, and it was my brother's that had a loan of it, I'm sure, from a friend. So again, it was years after when it had its PlayStation 2 release that I got a hold of it and finally completed it, and then went back through the series and played the rest of them and completed them. So it's Resident Evil's another series where I've had kind of a funny journey with it. I think initially I was more about collecting it than actually playing them because I wanted to have the titles in my collection, but as everyone knows, I'm a massive shitebag, and so playing a game with zombies was genuinely horrifying. And now we're back full circle. I've played the updated version of Resident Evil that was first released for the GameCube and then came out on the PlayStation. It's been released on PS4 and I believe it's been released on Xbox Series and stuff like that. So I've completed the remake of Resident Evil. I've completed the RE2 remake. I've completed the RE3 remake, which was really disappointing. And now we've got Resident Evil 4. So I'm hoping you guys are looking forward to this. I am. Long story at the start, get it out of the way. Main story, new game, standard. I've played the original RE4 and quite recently as well, so whoa, what an opening. Ooh.
September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Racoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, and too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions. Nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain. Even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
The contrast between his dark memories and that upbeat tune is quite jarring, in a good way.
So tell me, Yankee, why did you come to this horrible place? As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, huh? The chief gave the orders himself. Help him, he said.
I'm sure you boys didn't come all the way out here to roast marshmallows. Maybe you did.
You have a strange sense of humor. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Just between us. A lot of people have gone missing around here. And it's been that way for a while now.
Well then, should be just another day in the office, right?
I mean, last week there was a search for some missing hikers.
I'm sure you'll do your best to help me.
I think this is it.
Here we go. Let's get started.
Nature calls, huh? I'll be right back. Qué frío.
¿Te has bebido el bar entero? You smoke?
You can see that change in his art style, that kind of haunted look, but the dark shadows under his eyes.
Vaya sitio más tétrico.
It looks sinister. Like, not sinister, it looks haunted. It makes him look like he is.
¿Hay alguien ahí?
He sure is taking his time. Did he fall in? Maybe you better go and take a look. Oh, what's the car? Wouldn't want to get a parking ticket.
So much for helping me.
Brilliant. So here we've got Leon. You can see slightly new model, aged up since the Resident Evil 2 remake. He's got haggard, dark shadows under his eyes. His face is pale. He basically looks like he is a man that has nightmares every night and struggles to sleep. Plus the punishing effects of the training that he's been through as well. So he looks different, but the same. It's like you would anybody that you hadn't seen for years, and like they'd been through some stuff, and he has been through some stuff. Doesn't have anything to say about this. Beautiful effects, the water, the lighting coming through the trees. I've got this on favour the frame rate rather than favour the resolution. I'd rather have 60 frames per second than have beautiful pop-in visuals and that horrible janky 30 FPS
How far could he have gone?
Oh, nice sound effect there. Give me a second, I'm just going to check. Oh, nope. Everything's on. That's interesting. So I'm so used to getting haptic feedback in PlayStation 5 games now. It feels weird to me when you don't get it. Okay, beautiful. Nod back to Resident Evil 7's opening with the weird altar. Oh, Leon's been working out those quads with his... He's been doing his squats. So that's not ominous at all. Because you would think that was just garbage, but then go slightly to your left, and there's a suspicious looking pink thing hanging outside what looks like a mincer. This is kind of giving me opening to Resident Evil 7 vibes, where the outside of the Baker Mansion was a shithole, basically. And now we have the outside of this rural abode in Spain. And a bit of Spain that doesn't exist, because it is all fantasy. Nothing to investigate so far. We can see through the window. We can't really see much. Leon himself has just had a peek in, which I like that. I like that little animation. Is that a cross on the door? Yeah, it is. Mud-packed walls.
Anyone home?
So we've got the lighting effects, the interplay of light and shadow. You can see Leon's shadow being cast now. There's a hole in the wall. He stops himself and has a look through. We can zoom in and out with the right stick. We can use the right stick to rotate it as well, in that way. Then if we want to turn it, we can do that. And I can do that. And zoom us in so we can see it. Judgment is nigh. Sea Sera El Ju. Now that looks like Juicio. I thought it was Judicio, but maybe I'm wrong. I know I'll slaughter the Spanish as well. I'm so sorry. Food? Is that potatoes? I think it's meant to be potatoes. Got the light coming through the window. Love that effect. Whoever lives here, obviously a hunter of some kind. Hasta el fin. Viviremos contigo. I cannot make out that. No temeremos? Question mark? He said. Not sure. Hey, listen, I had a go. Alright? Oof, that sent chills down my spine.
Sorry to barge in like this. Busco a un policía. Vino aquí? This is not good.
Broke his fucking neck. Wow, that's some kick, by the way. So there's obviously a fantasy element in there, but you could see what happens in the cutscene. When Leon kicked him into the wall, it hit the wall with force and at an angle, and it snapped his neck clean. Up the garlic all over the floor as well, man. He's not going to be able to season his soup now.
Man, that stinks.
That's giving me Baker Mansion vibes as well. But I suppose the comparison... Wow, that's disgusting. I suppose the comparison has to be made because Resident Evil 4 technically did it first. Because the residents of the village didn't need to eat or drink. They weren't exactly... like, food was left rotting on tables and things like that, so... Key system like Resident Evil 2, but instead of having to go into the menu yourself, it gives you a quick menu at the bottom. Now we can only see what Leon's torch can illuminate. I'll just give you a quick look. So now we can't really turn the camera around to have a look at Leon because the torch goes where he's looking. And he needs to be able to see, so the torch goes round with him. I can hear the radio in the background there as well, as I'm sure you guys can too. This is going to be positioned as either a jump scare or a sort of...
Hey! I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
So he's not in good shape, he's well dead. We've got an altar here with another prayer in Spanish. I can't read enough of that. Got the table over here. Leon's already checked out a lot of this on his way in. I think that's kind of telling you there's nothing in here worth getting. And there's not. Weapon ready. Oh, great. So there we get our first introduction to combat. have been hurt. Whatever animated him gave him a similar kind of resistance to zombies, but he still died when shot with enough bullets. Looking for an alternative way out, something that maybe I missed before, but I'm not seeing it. I don't really want to have to go down and fight all of them, because it feels... combat already feels different compared to the original RE4. I missed the laser targeting pointer. And there's a lot more shake in Leon's aim. I don't think this exit was here the last time though, so... green herb that we could use straight away to restore his health, and you know what, I probably will. Yeah, because it's not worth the... I'd rather use the green herb than waste the first aid spray. Nothing interesting here.
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
The President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up. Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are...
No idea.
Gotta go. Talk later. I'll let myself out.
Good move. Oh, yep, that hurt a bit. You see him holding his side there, like his hip. Blood splashes across. Nothing to say about that, Leanne, no. No. I suppose with everything you've been through, that's not that unusual. Seen one blood trail, seen them all. The sort of lights come up a bit. We're changing from the darkness that we had outside that cabin to what looks like daytime. And yes, shooting the crows like the previous game does give you resources. I hear another one somewhere. Can anyone see him? I can't. Okay, you get to live. He'll fly away shortly. Barrel. So before in the previous version of Resident Evil 4, you slashed barrels open with your knife. Slightly different. So we'll reload. It's still aim and press square. I can hear him, I just can't see him. I think it might just be ambient noise. So we get our first save point. We'll just quickly check this barrel. Gives me gunpowder. So here's the difference with the new Resident Evil system. We have customized case, which I can't do yet for some reason. But you can see at the bottom, so the attaché case silver increases the drop rate for handgun ammo. Don't have a charm for it, but each version of the attaché case has a benefit. We have storage. So if I go back out to let you see the typewriter menu, we've got storage like the storage box from Resident Evil, the Resident Evil series altogether. We start off with the classic handgun from Resident Evil 4. Got a first aid spray, free gunpowder, handgun ammo that's still in the Red Wolf box from the previous games. And the combat knife is in there. Now, it has a bar underneath it that you can see, that white bar. And you can see there's a segment of grey on the left hand side of it. That means that the durability of the knife has decreased. The difference in this game is that the combat knife is simultaneously more powerful and less powerful. It has a lot more uses than in the previous Resident Evil 4 game. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that in the original Resident Evil 4, the combat knife was just used for opening barrels and then for the boss fight against Krauser. That's not true. I used the knife just about all the way through the game. Like, one of the best strats was to shoot the legs out from underneath Ganados and slash at them while they were down. And the knife did quick work. And it was OP, in my opinion, in the fight against Krauser, because the knife could actually cut through his shield. So you couldn't shoot through it, but if you used the knife, you could cut through it and hurt him. So I didn't consider the knife a weak secondary option at all. In fact, I kind of relied on it for a lot of the village segment and other parts of the game where potentially it was going to be easy to shoot the legs out from individual attackers and slash them with the knife while they were on the deck. You're not going to be able to do that as much now, but the knife has a lot more situational uses. You can parry weapon attacks, you can counter-attack grabs, which you saw me do earlier, you can stab enemies when they're down, and you can stealth kill enemies with the knife as well. But every time you use it, you lose a bit of durability, and you have to get it repaired by the merchant. So we're going to save it. Classic typewriter use. Don't need to do anything else in any of these menus. So out we come. Now, gunpowder, I don't think you can do anything with that just now. No, you can't. You need another... What's the word I'm looking for? You need another item there, by the looks of it. But gunpowder is used to craft shotgun shells and handgun ammo. Guns come out again. And again, we've got a slight light shift. So we've got a bit more daylight. There's the other crow, or one of the other crows. I've let one get away, I'm not bothered. I've got resources from one. Did not realise. Oh boy. You can see the maggots in that wound. Wow, that's vile. Never even looked behind me. Just totally ignoring the fact that there could be danger there. Is this a tree growing up through this house? Wow. And I think Leon just automatically reloaded that gun. Amazing. And... tiles. Yeah, it literally looks like this tree's just smashed up through this house. Bizarre. And you can see the path has brought us round the same way anyway. Heard someone mention Lord Sadler there, which if you've played the previous version of Resident Evil, you'll know is the main antagonist. Pesetas! Some beautiful detail on this truck here. Some beautiful detail in the world, full stop. Now I am playing this through the 3D headset. I'm not sure if that's affecting your audio or not. I think that's him done for. Yeah, it is. Ouch. That was painful. And there's the downed knife attack. So I took a sore one there. Down Leon's shoulder. Magic how that jacket's healed. Nothing to say about that, Leon, no. Okay. I see that. I'm not going to get my leg stuck in that bugger there. This guy will be inside on my left. Yeah. See him. Ah, yes, I remember. Down he goes. Good to know that some strategies from the previous game still work. A flash grenade. OP in the original game as well. And a red herb. So if I'd kept that green herb from earlier, I could have... Oh, a new weapon changing system, that's new as well. Yeah, I could have had a full heal here. So that's something that I should remember for future playthroughs. There we can see that we've got a bright morning. You can see the difference in the light and it's beautiful. Severed head just full of that gate. Brilliant. We've got a prompt up ahead on the left, so that's going to let me have a look at the village. Oh. Oh. Shit. So that's the other cop. He must have been dragged from the car. He's been brought here and burned. We've got wandering villagers. Above it all, we've got the church again. And there's the tower that you used to be able to hide in from the Ganados. However, you can't do that now. So one of the cheese strats for the original Resident Evil to make the Ganado village a bit easier was to just go up the tower and stand in one corner where they couldn't hit you with the Molotovs they threw in. And ooh, I'm gonna make myself a green and red herb. I think I'll keep that just now because I'm sure there's a yellow in the village as well. So yeah, the cheese strat was to run around the village for a bit, and then once the chainsaw Ganado came in, to climb up the ladder and just slash the knife at the top of the ladder, because hitting any enemy on the ladder would send them flying off. And you could hide up there for the full time that you had. left. Oh, brilliant. I was trying to avoid getting seen by her. Don't have whatever I need for that yet. Oh, wow. That's a tad unfortunate. Whoa, he nearly had me there. Resources, perfect. So, now, this is more of a panic situation now. Handgun ammo, perfecto. Oh no! Ouch. Ouch. Okay, I'm going to use the first aid spray because I'm not about hoarding resources. We're not going that way though. I think I'll go this way. Will I? I like that. Well, take it that's chainsaw guy in, is it? Not yet, but it will be shortly. Got the shotgun. Oh no! I think I ducked under that. Oh wow. Yeah. So got away with that one. He just shoved me. Now he's holding me. I'll be on my way. So this has got an interesting real quick. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, they are quick to close off alternative paths, so it's not as easy for you to do loops of the village. Look, you'll see some come from my left just now. I think I hear chainsaw guy, so we will be moving again. Oh, missed me. Oh, oh no, don't jump through the window there. So where do we go now? I'll show you what happens. Oh wow. See what happens when you get stabbed in the gut with a pitchfork. See what happens if you try the cheese strat now. So as you remember, it's up the ladder. And then you could stand in this corner. But this time you just fall through the floor. Oh no! And that signals the first time I have ever died in any playthrough to the mad chainsaw wielding Ganado. And that's because I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to show you guys what happens when you try to climb the tower and hide up there. The floor falls out from underneath you. So back to the start of this sequence I go. Superb, eh? So there's the guy getting roasted again. So we're going to move to the side here quickly while everyone's looking that way. I'm going to make that full heal again. So there's a lady working here. This will give me a chance to show you the... So you can't vault in from out.
Here we go.
Wow. Wow, that's gone really badly already. Yeah, first aid spray first, I think. It's not as easy to aim on the fly here. So combat is already more difficult, I feel. I feel like I'm struggling more than I did with the original RE4. I feel like Ganados do not take anywhere near as much damage, and I feel like it's also harder to hit them. Fantastic, wow. I also feel like the Ganados are faster and much more able to engage you. So there's Chainsaw Guy. Okay, I'm going to cover this over, just to stop them getting in as easy. First aid spray as well, that's good.
Oh, nice.
I was trying to stand up there. Alright, good, I'm on my feet now. Gonna kick that down. And I'm gonna go with it now. Don't know how long you have to survive for. Yeah, that's not a good place to try and stand and take on a few. There's the mad boy.
Present for you.
That'll do. That slows him down. Oh no! Is that a second one?
You're shitting me.
Oh no. Dead end. Oh! Oh, you lucky boy. Can I get through this? Yes, I can.
Come on.
Where did the hand grenade go? Oh no! Oh no! This has gone badly again. Oh dear. Miss. No! Oh no! Wow. Get up and move. I did not want to drop down. I was trying to kick that. Sit down, woman. Woo! Nope, I was going to try and duck into that house, which I should have because I forgot that he's...
Keep coming.
They do keep coming, you are correct, good sir. Behind you. Oh wow, his whole side came off. And there are people inside this house this time. Missed. Oh, what an attack radius these guys have. That's more unfair than Dark Souls.
Huh?
Whew.
La campana. Al chiudere de previa.
Él los invoca.
And here endeth the chaos.
Tenemos que servir. Al Lord Sattler Todopoderoso.
Just like that, it's all over. And I confused Leon.
Bingo?
Hey Leon, you should be glad. So, first things first. Gonna use a gunpowder. I need 12 gunpowder. Oh, that's mean. Right, okay.
Route to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
Windmill. Copy that.
And be careful. Roost out.
Haha, ha, be careful, yeah. So, can loot this place in peace now. We've got the map. That's where we've been. That's where we're going. You can see there's an icon taking us there. So some more handgun ammo, always welcome. This is where we came for the shotgun. There's some shotgun shells. So one thing that I learned from all the other Resident Evil games is it's better to reload when it's quiet than try to panic reload when you're under pressure. So that's why I'm reloading all my gear now. Gonna do a loop of the village just to see if there's anything I missed. Pesetas that I must have got from killing someone. 2 gunpowder that I must have got from killing someone. I don't remember killing these people. Now this is the barn that you can't get into unless there's 2 of you. That's what that means. See, you need some to help someone up. But I don't have anyone yet. And as you guys know, that someone is Ashley. So Ashley's not here with me yet. There was a red hair around here. I think I saw it. There it is. There's a hut up here. I didn't want to go in here and get stuck with the chainsaw guy being fairly close by. So there's that route there. Can't go that way yet. That's okay. So looks like there's going to be a route through the sewers at some point. The back of the house is collapsed. Now, I didn't know that could happen. That was so cool. And that did really make me panic as well. Sadly, a dead cow that was set on fire.
These people are sick.
Yep. Here's what's left of the poor bugger. That's from the guy that I shotgunned on the way in. I just basically used the shotgun as a way to clear space in front of me. And I think that's it for the houses in the main village. Unless there's something up alongside the church here. No, just another sewer entrance. Aha, green herb. Perfect. We'll go in and we'll mix another green and red. Now, you'll see down on the bottom of the screen that R3 auto sorts your inventory. Or your inventory. Your inventory. Whatever you want to say. You will also see that my knife is broken. I can no longer use that knife. Gone is my OP strat. Need a key for that, which I don't have. There's also a locked cupboard in one of these houses, which again I don't have the key for. Bit of a shame. Resources, so I can make ammo. And other things, probably. What is my health like? That's not bad. A ruby. Those are the things that you get to stick into various treasures, if you remember the original game. Handgun ammo. The door with the insignia. Oh, there's pesetas there. Everything's gonna be... I'll be... quickly nip back and grab them. Everything's gonna be... Every sort of penny's gonna matter. Especially when I have to pay to have my knife upgraded. I have my knife repaired. Have my knife. There's somebody to my right somewhere.
There it is.
In here? It's going to give me a chance to save, which I'm going to take advantage of. Hearing the voices up ahead lets me know that there is going to be an enemy encounter, so I know to prepare myself. I'm actually going to... No, I'm not going to waste any healing just now. So you probably don't recognise this area, but again, if you've played the original, this is the farm where you first encountered the blue medallions. Oh, we're getting near to the end of this episode as well. So that'll probably need to be my last action for this episode. I'll take us back to the save point. So from the next episode, we'll explore the farm and we'll make our way towards where Ashley is waiting for us. So thank you for joining me for this one, guys. If you could like the video and then comment how you found my channel, or comment on what you think of the game so far, and then subscribe, because that would be a big help as well. And I will see you for part 2 of Resident Evil 4. Thanks guys, take care, and I'll see you all later. Lizard Raptor saying bye for now.